Everybody, welcome back. I hope you're doing really well. Got a random day off work today, so I thought I would sit down and film a video. I asked on Instagram what you want to see. A lot of you were saying kind of smoky, grungy makeup, kind of similar style to how I used to do my makeup, so yeah, it's gonna be really fun. I'm gonna zoom you in and get started on my skin. I woke up this morning to this massive bite underneath my eye and it is killing me. I can see it when I look down and it's really painful, but ignore that. It's very sore. I've convinced myself it's a spider bite and I'm going to go blind. All is good. Everything's good. Like I've been in a fight, which is kind of gnarly. But with skin today, obviously a lot of the focus is going to be on the eyes. It's going to be very dark, grungy, very smoky. So I'm going to keep the skin kind of simple-ish. By priming my skin, this is a brand new product. This is the Vive Skin Nova Primer. This is absolutely beautiful. So this is like a really radiant base for underneath your makeup. So I'm just going to take a couple of pumps of that. This pretty much every day for about a week now, and I absolutely love it. I'm going to start working that into the skin. Beautiful. You can see it just gives the most amazing glow. So you can definitely wear this on its own. You can see it just gives your skin a beautiful lift. Looks really radiant, kind of like glowing from within sort of look. Obviously any products that you put over the top of this are going to have that beautiful glow. You could definitely apply it kind of over foundation, more sort of subtle, natural glow. So yeah, I love products that I can use in a lot of different ways. The girls are having a party outside, very sorry. To me, this feels very like skincare with a glow in it. It makes your skin feel really beautiful. It doesn't feel like a sort of sticky primer. I've used this, my makeup has just gone on really smoothly on top. So yeah, really beautiful. As always, you can always rely on Vive to do like the most beautiful glowy products. I'm just going to take the Nars Soft Matte Concealer. This is the pop version. And I'm just going to take my finger and pat some of that underneath my eyes. I mainly just really want to try and do something about this bite because it is ruining my vibe right now. Like I know who it was as well, because so when I was going to sleep last night I kept just hearing like meow, meow, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And then it was, you know, those tiny little flies. I don't know what they are, but they're really loud and like they fly really near your ear and they're like meow. So I feel like it was that. And when I see him, kind of coverable. Yeah, that's okay, that's fine. I'm just going to patting that onto any of my little spots. Kind of hormonal and gross at the moment. I feel like when I started making videos, like if my skin looked bad, I wouldn't film that day and I'd be like, oh, I'll wait until my skin's like better. And then I was kind of like, why am I doing this? Like, actually, who cares? Everyone has spots. And so that's just kind of done like a sort of base conceal just to kind of get my skin to like a nice even point. Take the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue and I'm just going to apply that all over my skin. This is the shade June 7.5. I absolutely love this product. It is so beautiful. It's just really nice for kind of like an everyday, very simple sort of your skin but better kind of vibe, which I really, really love. So yeah, I'm just working that in with a KVD foundation brush. That adds a nice amount of coverage. It's definitely buildable. But I kind of like a grungy eye with like less coverage on the skin. I was looking at some beautiful pictures on Pinterest earlier when I was looking for like makeup inspiration, and yeah, I kind of like the sort of toned down skin paired with like a really grungy smoky eye. Go to coverage sort of crazy today. Just giving a nice little bit of coverage, still super, super glowy and still just looks like skin. I'm going to take a little bit more of that Nars concealer and just brighten up underneath my eyes a little bit. I'm just going to take the KVD translucent powder and just set underneath my eyes a little bit with that. Taking the Vive Modern Bronzer, this is the shade Medium 1, Medium 2. I'm going to take this one and just bronze up my skin. My favourite bronzers ever. I haven't used anything except this since I got it. It's really nice. It's warm enough without being like an orangey tone. I don't know how to explain it. It's just really nice. I really love the tone of this bronzer. It just warms your skin up really nicely, and I like that you have the option of a slightly warmer and cooler toned one. If you want to do more of like a structured contour, you definitely can, and it's really good to have the two options. But yeah, I just love the really warm one just for a really all over bronze. I build up quite a bronzy look today. I love grungy makeup with bronzy skin. It's just the most beautiful thing. Now for blush, I thought I would use kind of like an old favourite that I haven't used in a little while. So this is the Beauty Bay blush in the shade Peachy. So it's just like a beautiful, really warm peachy pink. This kind of colour works really nicely with my hair at the moment. So I'm just going to apply that quite high up. We're going to do quite a high blush look. This is the first time that I've kind of like sat down and properly done my makeup since I cut all my hair off, and it literally feels amazing. Like, I just think hair is one of those things that changes everything. I always really enjoy about changing my hair is like how different makeup looks, and it's kind of just like figuring out what looks good with it, what doesn't work. But yeah, I just feel like this sort of bronzy look just looks even better with shorter hair. I don't know how. It just looks very like effortless, and I just love it. Applying quite a lot of blush because, like I say, once you put quite a dark eye on, you kind of lose impact on the rest of your face a little bit if you don't kind of go almost too much at the start. Of course you can always come back and add more, which is what I tend to do, but I'm just adding a little bit more. And I'm going to kind of come across the nose a little bit just to give a nice sun-kissed look. I quite like the contrast between like a sun-kissed skin look and then a really grungy black eye, because I feel like it's kind of not supposed to work together, but it really does. I'm going to add some freckles in. I've been using the Vive Rumour lip liner for this, and it's just been working an absolute dream. So I'm going to just add some little freckles in. So I'm going to move on to my brows now. I've got some new brow products to show you as well, which is very fun. First thing I'm going to do is take the Anastasia brow freeze. This is what I use every single day. Colourpop very kindly sent me some of their new brow products to try, and I've been using this brush like every day. It's just really nice. It's just like a spoolie brush, but because it's angled, it's just like the perfect position, you know? Little things like that. I'm a simple soul. Run that brow freeze through my brows just to get them in place. And taking the new brow pen, this is the shade Black Brown. It's just like a really, really tiny little pen. It's kind of similar to the Glossier Boy Brow, what is that called? Brow Flick. Yeah, it's kind of similar to Brow Flick, but even tinier, so really, really good for like super teeny hair strokes. So what I'm going to do is just run that through my brows just to create a couple more hair strokes. Just so tiny and like really, really precise. Whenever I hear a van, I'm like, a parcel for me? Could it be? No, it is not. Definitely got that similar kind of look to the Glossier one, where it's almost like a thin, like, if you ever use the Glossier one, you'll know kind of like, I don't know what the word would be, like the kind of finish of it is almost sort of like, not transparent, but it's got this kind of, I don't know, it's not like a thick heavy stroke, it looks really, really natural, and this kind of has a similar sort of feel to that. So I'm just brushing through, just making sure everything's in place. And there we go. It just adds a little bit more definition. They still look like my eyebrows, but they've just got a little bit more to them. So I'm going to zoom you in now, and we're going to get on with the eyes, which is the fun bit. I feel like probably no one even noticed, but I had a really big milia in like the corner of my eyelid here, which is like a little white lump, and it had been there for probably like a year, and it was just starting to really get on my nerves, and I was like, can't really be bothered to go and get it removed just for like one tiny little thing. So the other night I attacked it with tweezers and I managed to get it out, which I definitely don't recommend, and it hurt a lot, but I got it out. So I'm very happy about that. I'm very, very happy. So my makeup is going to go on so smoothly today. I'm going to use like a mixture of products today. I've got my trusty Vive eye wands. These are amazing for like smoky eyes. So I'm going to use a mixture of them. I've got my mini Mitchell palette. Just got some really beautiful sort of transitional colours. So yeah, amazing. So I'm going to start off with the Mitchell palette. I'm going to take this shade here. This is called Walter's Box. Don't know who Walter is. I'm going to take a really big brush, and I'm literally just going to work that all over. This is quite like a peachy brown shade, so I think it's just going to work as a nice sort of base. It's going to be so fun to do makeup like this. Like, I haven't done makeup like this in such a long time. This was like the makeup that I used to wear every single day, and I think for a lot of people, when they'd first like subscribed to my channel, this was the makeup that I was doing all the time. When I was working in makeup, I used to do this look pretty much every day. This was like my everyday makeup look. But I feel like when you're working in makeup, that's kind of what you do. Makes sense. And obviously people come in and they would be like, oh, I love your makeup, can I kind of have it like that and stuff. So I used to do that, and now I tattoo, I'm just fucking lazy and I just don't really care. So it's always fun to kind of come back to doing makeup like this, and I do love it, and every time I do it I'm like, wow, I wish I could be bothered to do this, but I'm very lazy now. Grungy makeup is kind of where my heart will always be. That was where everything kind of started for me. That was where people were following me from and stuff. So I feel like I always love to go back to it. It feels very like nostalgic for me. And yeah, I do love it very much, but I just never really get the time to do it now. Yeah, I feel like I've kind of found that I do also love more toned down makeup, and it's kind of fun to be able to do both. So yeah, that's my life story. Thank you for listening. I'm going to start sort of gradually darkening things up. So I'm going to take the Vive Eye Wand. This is the shade Camel, so it's kind of like a slightly deeper warm brown shade, and what I'm going to do is literally just run that kind of in my crease and slightly out. I think I'm going to wing this out. Well, I have now. I've winged it out, but my thought process was like lagging then a bit. Then I'm just going to take a brush and just sort of start blending that up. Pretty sure I've spoken about these eye wands a couple of times on here, but they are just so amazing. Like always the products that I recommend to my friends whenever they just want something really, really easy, especially the black one. It's just amazing. It kind of doubles up as like an eyeliner, eyeshadow. You can literally use it for so many things. And I love anything that I can get a couple of different sort of uses out of. I just think for things like traveling, having a product like this that you can use for so many things is just amazing. Yeah, just sort of blending that up quite high. I kind of want it to go right up to my brow just to create that really intense sort of smoky vibe. I'm taking Raven, this is the black eye wand. I'm going to run that all over the lid up to sort of just underneath my crease area. And again with these, you don't have to really worry about being too neat, which again is something I absolutely love with makeup. Just taking a little brush, I'm just going to start blending that up. Just using slightly less pressure as I get higher up, I'm just going to really softly sort of blend that black into the brown that we laid down first. Just sort of winging it out. I love this makeup so much. It's just the best thing ever. Like, I would not be able to create a smoky eye this quickly and easily without these. They're just beautiful. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I love makeup because it's just fun and it doesn't need to be perfect, and as long as it makes you feel good, that's literally all that matters. And I just love any product like this that just kind of encourages that and is very sort of chuck it on and figure it out after. I think is why I love grungy makeup so much, because it has got that very effortless look to it, and I think the way that grungy makeup makes you feel is something that I love. And do the same thing underneath. So taking Camel, I'm just going to run that underneath my eye. Taking a smaller brush, I'm just going to blend that one out. Raven, this time I'm going to pop it on the end of a smaller brush and then connect up to the winged part. So now what I'm going to do is take a kind of flatter brush and just taking the Cocoa Pop shade from the Mitchell palette, I'm just going to pat that all over the lid, just to redefine the deep colours. There we go, so super defined, very, very smoky. I'm just going to take a little bit of the bronzer that I used on a little fluffy brush, and I'm just going to sort of really lightly run that along the outer corner just to wing this out and just add a little bit of warmth. I'm going to pop some mascara on. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Cosmetics Big Mood Mascara. I recently got this and I'm actually really liking it, so I'm just going to apply that to my top and bottom lashes. I was going to put lashes on, but not sure. I'm going to put some fake lashes on, but I feel like sometimes it's kind of nicer without, with a really smoky eye. A tiny little bit of highlight on the inner corner. This is the Melt Cosmetics Gold Ore, and I'm just going to pop a little bit of that in the inner corner. And then I'm just going to run a little bit of the Glossier Boy Brow Gel through my eyebrows. I feel like I just need to add a little bit more to my brows when I do a smoky eye. I don't know why. There we go, that's better. But now I'm just going to do my lips and then we're all done. So for lips, I'm just going to do a very simple sort of nude. Like the NYX Suede lip liner. This is the shade London, I think. And I'm just going to line my lips with that. And then taking the Cash Beauty True Nude lipstick, mine is pretty beaten up, I love this colour so much. I'm just going to apply that all over. Okay, that is just the most beautiful nude. I love like a really nude lip with a very dark eye. I feel like the contrast is just really, really nice. So there we go. I'm just going to set everything in place using the Setting Mist by Beauty Bay. So that is the finished look. Love this makeup. This is one of the absolute best makeup looks ever. Like, it looks amazing on everyone, for every occasion. It just always looks great. And it always makes you feel really good as well. I love it. All the products that I have used will be linked in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching this and thank you for being here. I love you all so much. I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day wherever you are and I will see you all very soon. Love you.